Good morning, students. Today our topic is hypertext markup language (HTML), and in this video we are going to discuss HTML forms. So let's start. So as we know that HTML is basically first for my hypertext markup language, and it is a language which can make web pages on the internet and view them using a web browser. So we can create a form using form tag. So there is a tag name form 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 tag, and it is a container tag, and we can create a form using this form tag, and there is a this is a basically input element, and after the creation of the form tag there is this button named as submit button, and using the submit button we can able to submit our form. So these are the some input control as you can see on the screen. I just zoom it, and now you are able to read it. So a input control is a type of input mechanism on a form, or a form may contain several different inputs, um, controls classified as data or text inputs. Okay, so a data input control can be a radio button, radio, a checkbox, or a submit button, or a reset button, or a selection menu, that is a select. And as far as text input controls, that allows user to enter text through the followings: a text box, a simple text for a small amount of text; second is text area box, text area for larger amount of text; and the third is a password text box, that is a password for entering a password; and third is text control. A text control basically create a text box that is used for a single line of input, and the text control has two attributes. First is size, basically which determines the number of characters that are displayed on the form, and second is max length, which specifies the maximum length of the input field. And next is a password control. Password control also create a text box used for a single line of input, except that the characters entered into the field can appear as asterisks or bullets. A password text box holds the password entered by a visitor. So basic thing is, first of all, to create a form we must use form tag. Form is the element, and it is a container tag. So we must use the open and close tag regarding to the form. And input control, when we talk about the input control, then there are different input control. First one is data input control. When we talk about the data input control, there are basically radio buttons, checkbox, and reset button, and selection menus. And when we talk about text input controls, then this is classified again into three categories: text box, text area, password. And when we talk about text control, then there are two types: text control. So basically text control create a text box which have two parameters values: size and maximum length. So these are the different input controls. And when we talk, the difference between the radio button and the checkbox is that we are able to select only one option in radio button, but if we want to select more than one option, then we use checkbox in that case. And text box, basically a small area, a small amount of text in, we can enter a small amount of text in text box. So but if we want to enter more amount of text, then we use text area box for entering a large amount of text. And password is used for enter password. So next is radio button. Basically a radio button limits the web page visitor. A radio button limits the web page visitor to the use only one choice from a list of choices. Okay, so each choice is preceded by a radio button or option button, which typically appears as one open circle. So first of all, radio button represented by a open circle, and if you want to select one option out of many options, then we use the radio control button. especially these are used in case of multiple choice answer type questions. So we have to select only one option out of more than one options. It may be 3, 4 or 6. Next is checkbox. So the checkbox control allow a web page visitor to select more than one choice from a list of choices. It is very important, and each choice is a checkbox. List can be either on or off. By default, all checkboxes are deselected. So checkbox, if you want to select more than one options or we want to pick more than one choice, then we use checkbox. And checkbox basically by default are deselected. It means you have to select one or more than one options. Next is select control. So the select control creates a selection menu from which the visitor selects one or more choices, and this prevents the visitor from having to type information into a text or text area field. So that is important field, the visitor from having to type information into a text or text area field. That is a select control. Next is text area control. So text area control creates a field that allows multiple lines of input. Always remember that multiple lines of input. And text area fields are useful when an extensive amount of input is required from or desired by a web page visitor. So when large amount of text is there, then we use text area control. Then is submit button. So the submit button sends the information to the appropriate location for processing. A web page from must include a submit button. So without submit button, any web page is not complete or a form is not complete, because when we just click on the submit button, then we are able to submit the form to a server. So finally there is a submit button, and there is another button named reset button. So reset button clears any input that was entered in the form, resetting the input control back to the default. A web page from must also include a reset button. So if you want to reset, then reset the web page. So reset button is there, which clears any input that was entered in the forms and re-entering the input control back to the default. So if we select, so if we want to reset the form, then there is a button reset button. So it basically delete all the previous data and reset the form again. So there, for that purpose, there is a reset button. Now our second question is setting up a form. How to create a form? First of all, so you must use up a form before you can add information to the form. To set up a form, we need to specify two important information, that is methods and actions. So two important information are there. First one is method and second is action. That is the properties of form tag. So first of all, let us discuss about method and actions. So when we talk about the method property tells the form how to transfer the data to the form, and it is asked so many number of times of in exam, especially regarding to the get and post. What is the difference between get and the post method? So always remember the difference between these two methods. So first of all, what is method? What is method property? Method property tells the form how to transfer the data to the form processor, which is your CGI script for your email address, and we can assign either of the two values of the method property, which are, so there are two properties of the method. First of all, get, and second is post. These are just opposite to each other. First is get. If the method property of the form is set to get, if the method property of the form is set to get, then the data in the form is given to the from processor in the form of an environment variable, that is query string. And if no method property is given in the form tag, the default property is set to get. So first of all, default property is set to get. So if we don't mention any method attribute, then it is by default get. And basically when we just write get, then this means that when we just create the property form is set to be get, then the date in the form, then the data in the form is given to the form processor in the form of a environmental variable, that is a query string. And second is post. If the method property of the form is set to post, then the data in the form is given to the form processor as a standard input to the program. So that is the basic difference between the get and post. When we use a post property, when we use post, then it means that then it means simply that standard input is there, and when we just use get, that means data is in the forms of query string. So that is the basic difference between get and post. Next, action properties, and by default it is guest. By default it is get, and we can make get as well as post as when we talk about the method property. So get means data is in the forms of you can easily see on the screen query string, and when we just put post, then it means that as a standard input is there, it works as a standard input to the processor. Next is action. Action property of the form text tells that what action form should take when the user presses the submit button. So finally user press the submit button, and only after that user is able to submit the data. So action property basically tells that what action should be taken after user presses the submit button. So if you like to receive the email without an attachment in a text form, then in the form tag type enc type is equal to text pane. So that is very important. Now this is a small program here. Here in this program, first of all let us see this program. Program always start from HTML, and then after head, and then title of the web page. Title of the web page in this case is create text box, and then head is close. Then after just body start, and we just write form is equal to form is a main element to create a form in our web page. And after that web method is equal to post. By default method is equal to get, which if we want to select data in the forms, if we want to give the data to the processor in the forms of in the form of a query, then we just use get, otherwise post should be mentioned. So method is equal to post is there. After that action, you can see that mail, and there is a mail id. So and enc type is equal to text plain is there. So enc type is equal to text or plain, we just mention, because if you like to receive the email without an attachment, then we must write text or plain. So here text or plain is mentioned here. And then action property, basically form text tell the action the form should be taken to the user presses the submit button. What action should be taken place after the user press the submit button? So when user presses submit button, then mail goes to Minhas DS, and without an attachment. So after that body and HTML tag. Now let us talk about these points one by one. First of all, as you can see on the screen, method is there. So what is the meaning of the method? The form method post where you want to form to appear on your web page, then press spacebar. And then this is the second point, mail to minhassd@gmail.com. So type action, and then replacing question mark with the location of your CGI script on your web browser that will process the information submitted via form. And if you like to get the information to your email address, type action is equal to mail to, and after that put a colon sign and then question mark, which replacing question mark with the email address. And then third point, form. If you want to receiving the information as a text in your email, in the form tag type enc ty and text plain enc type. And last is just close the tag, complete the form, which will complete the form. So that is a summary of this data. Next is creating the text box. How to create a text box? So first of all things are remain same, but we just create a text box inside this. So as you can see here, HTML head, title, head, body are also there. We just write a heading. Please provide the following information, that is a heading. H2 tag is there. After that, form tag is there. Method post action is equal to mail to minhas@gmail.com as given in the previous example. And then there is a paragraph, enter your name. So that is that should be written. After that, you can see that input tag is there, and we just write input type is equal to text, because we want to type a text here. And then name user, name is equal to your name, your name, and size equal to 30, and maximum length is equal to 20. So what is the meaning of this? Let us consider them one by one. First of all, enter your name. So arrow points towards this point number 1. It means between the forms and the form text, type the text you want to appear besides the text box, and that then press space bar. So I think now it is clear to all of you. That is the heading, basically work as a heading or work as a data, which shows you which gives you an idea that you have to enter your name. And then input type is equal to text. So second point, the input type is equal to text, and so the type input type is equal to text, and then press spacebar. So here we want to just input as a text. So for that purpose, we just write input tag, and then value of the attribute type is equal to text, because we want to create a text box. Next, point number 3, type name and replacing question mark with a word that describe the text box, then press spacebar. Okay, so name is equal to username, type name, replacing question mark with the word that describe the text box. So that is basically name that describe the text box, and after that space, press just spacebar. Then size equal to 30. So there are two parameters here. We can easily see a size equal to 30 and maximum length is equal to 20. So when we size equal to 30, let us talk about first of all size equal to 30. That is point number 5. So if you want to define the maximum number of the characters that visitor can enter in a text box, type maximum length first of all. So maximum is the maximum length that the length you can enter into your form, and that is the maximum length. And size equal to 30 basically shows that to define the width of the text box, that is the width of the text box. So can if you just define the width of the text box, then for that purpose size parameter should be used. To define the width of the text box, type size, and replacing question mark with the width you want to use for the text box. So this is a simply a program which created text box, and after the execution of this program, the output look like this: enter your name. This is the output, enter your name, and here you can enter your name. And here you can easily see that just we give the heading, please provide the following information. So that works as a heading here in. So this is the output after the execution of that program. And there is another important thing, adding a default value to a text box. If you want to add a default value to a text box, for that purpose default text values appear in the text box when the user views the form, and you can use the default to displays instruction about the type of data required, and gives user an example of the data you are looking for, or show a popular choices of responses. To specify a default, you can add the value attribute of the input tag. For example, input type text is equal to name, email, value is equal to enter your email address. So you can use adding you can also add a default value to a text box by value attribute. You can value parameter. So value here is enter your email address, that is the default in this case. So it is not mandatory, but if you want to prescribe default value in your text box, so use value parameter. Next is create a password box. So this program basically specify how to create a password box in our program. So let us see. This is the program which basically tells you the gives you idea how to create a password in your form. So program always start from HTML and after that head is there, and then title as usual. Title of the web page is password box, then title, then head is closed, after that body, and there is a heading, please provide the following information, s2, and then form method post as usual as we write in the previous example, and then action is here also, and paragraph is again there, and paragraph contain name, so that is basically a data appears in the form just before the input tag, and then input type is equal to text, name, username, size equal to 30. So basically a text box is there, and then after br tag is used, which basically break a line, and then we just write another in type uh, box text box here. So we just write type is equal to text, and heading of this box is address, and then again br, which basically break a line, and we will go to the next line, and then city again same procedure is followed for the city, and then pin code same procedure is followed for the pin code, and then mobile, and then maximum length. So that is the output of this question. You can easily see here, that is the output, pin code and mobile. But here we have to enter credit card number, which is in the forms of a password, which is in the form of a password. It means it cannot be will so we are not going to show this information to other persons. So for that purpose, we just write input type is equal to password in place of text. Okay, rest all things are the same. Just you can easily see there when compared to the other. So input type is equal to text here, so we just write input type is equal to password in place of input type is equal to text, and then size equal to 20 and maximum length is equal to 15. Okay, so this is the information, and after the execution of that program, output look like this. So let us talk about one by one. First of all, credit card number. The rest all information belongs to the text box. So here talk only about the password box. First of all, credit card number. So what is the meaning of credit card number? Between the forms and the form tag, type the text you want to appear beside the password box. Okay, then press spacebar. So as you can see on screen, that credit card number is here. Then after that, input type is equal to password. So what is the meaning of type is equal to password? Type input type is equal to password, and then press spacebar, which basically convert this data into a password type, and then name is equal to credit. So basically name is equal to question mark is there, and in place of question mark replacing with the word that describe the password box, then press spacebar. So that describe the password box here, and we just write credit. So credit describe the password box, then size is equal to 20. So what is the meaning of size equal to 20? So I think it is similar to that of the, now you are it is already discussed in the case of text box. So size equal to 20, it means it define the width of the password box type size, and here question mark replacing with the width you want to use in the character. So this is the width, and in this question the width is 20, and then the maximum length and here it is the maximum length. Last point is there, point number 5. If you want to define the maximum number of the characters that visitor can enter into the password box, then for this purpose just write max length and replacing question mark with the maximum number of characters. And then point number 6 is arrow sign type arrow to complete the text box. Basically this complete a text box. So this complete a text box because as you can see on the screen that all this information is in the forms of a text here. So it is now after the execution of the program output look like this. So first of all note down this program first of all and try to execute this program on your computer. This will give you a clear idea about the text box and the password box. Now next topic is create a large text area. If you want to create a large text area, then for that purpose we must use a large text area. To insert a large text area, there is a tag named text area. So if you want to increase the size of the text area, so you can use text area attribute. Now this is a small example to show the form to create a text area. So first of all program starts from HTML and then after that head and then title is there. You are familiar to this, and after that heading is there. Form method as usual is same as in the previous question, and break is tag is there to break the line. After that paragraph name is there. Input type is equal to text name. So basically this is a small text area, a small text. If you want to small text, then we just type is equal to text. So simple type box is there, and then again address is equal to input type is equal to type text. So again second in text box is there, and third is city. Third text box is there same. Then pin code, fourth text box is there, it is also same. And then mobile, again small text box is there to represent the information regarding to mobile. And then after there are two BR statement, you can use any more than one BR statement, there is no problem at all. And then after just comment is there, so it is basically represent in the form of a data. And then you can easily see that text area is the basically the tag here, and you can write this text area name is equal to comment. Okay, so comment is there, and then rows is equal to 4 and calls is equal to 50s. So 4 rows and 5 columns area will be provided to you to enter your text. That is the main purpose of the text area. You can easily see that. That is the output after the execution of that program, and this text box area is little bit higher as compared to the normal text. Okay, so that is the purpose. And after that just close the text area and then form tag, then body, and then after that HTML. So let us talk about all these points. First of all, form tag is there. First point is comment. So what is the meaning of this comment? Between the form and form tags, tag type the text you want to appear besides or above the text area, then press the space bar. Then after text area attribute is there, and text area attribute, as I told you, that it is a text area tag. Text area tag is used to enter the text. So type text area and then press the space bar, and then name, just like that is the third point. Name is equal to comment here. So name replacing with question mark with a word that describe the text area, then press the space bar, and then rows and columns I already defined. And this last you can easily see that wrap. So type wrap if you want to have to text that visitor types automatically wrapped within the text area. So if you want to wrap the text, then for that purpose just write wrap, and at last slash text area which close the text area. So after the execution of this program, the output look like this. So write this program first of all, and I try to execute this program. Thanks for watching this video.